I have to laugh about the insurrection at this point because I would still curl up in the ball in the fetal position and start crying afterwards. But this trade wreck is like a gift that keeps on giving.
You took the words out of my mouth because I was going to say the same thing. Stop it.
All right, I think we'll do the back and forth thing because people loved when we did the back and forth thing. I'll go ahead and start with our general update. Over the weekend, Jennifer, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul.
Oh, God.
I don't know. I don't know if he has a brain injury from the COVID or from his neighbor kicking his ass, but Kentucky, why? All right. Anyway, he was on with George Stephanopolous, and George was being a good journalist. And George was just, like, so Biden won. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, right? So Biden won. So Biden won. So Biden won. And Rand Paul was like, and of course, let's not forget that on January 6th, 1,000 people were literally inside the Capitol. Another 6,000 or 7,000 people immediately outside the Capitol, and 5 people died. And Rand Paul apparently wants to have the 14th Amendment dropped on his ass.
Apparently, but I mean, Rand Paul, for lack of better terms, has always kind of come off as batshit crazy. So this isn't really that surprising to me that he wouldn't go as far as to say Biden won the election.
All right, hit us with the next one.
So our favorite minority leader, Mitch McConnell, was hinting, did you like that minority leader now? It's minority leader, was hinting he would use the filibuster one last time in an effort for a power sharing version of the Senate and then back down. So he made like one last ditch effort at a power grab and then was like, no, I better not.
I can't picture minority and Mitch McConnell in the same sentence. I mean, this guy is
make his just skin like a crawl.
He is the walking definition of WASP. White Anglo-Saxon Protestant, if you don't know what WASP is. All right, it's my turn. Impeachment paperwork was formally submitted to the Senate, and a trial date, Jennifer, has been set for February 8th.
Wow, that's not very far away.
No, it's not very far away, is it? So we'll see what happens, although some Republicans are backing off, it seems. And I would almost say that some Democrats are kind of starting to creep back a little bit. In the Republican Party, there's some very serious concerns about Donald Trump and his Patriot Party that he'll form. Yeah. But my understanding is that not only is the name Patriot Party already taken, it's actually trademarked. And it's a long-standing trademark. So Donald's probably going to be unhappy to learn he can't call it Patriot Party. Or if he tries to, he might be facing a lawsuit. But, he loves that stuff.
Yeah, I know. We were talking last week about people getting complacent after Biden's inauguration. And I think this using impeachment in this context as political theater and not following through with it is really problematic because you're just setting the stage for something like this to happen again.
Yeah, not related to the insurrection. One thing that I've noticed, and I'm going to give the political right this one, Jennifer, COVID coverage has totally changed in the mainstream media.
Yep, I agree.
It has totally changed. And I think it's bullshit because it is the worst thing that is facing this country right now. And, we're not seeing numbers and we're seeing, there's this variant and stuff and all. One thing that Joe Biden is doing, I know we're rat holing on COVID. He is going to institute a harsher travel ban to other countries. But it appears that Pandora box, what a surprise. We had this friggin' a year ago. It appears that Pandora's box is already open.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, now there's increased resistance to his proposed COVID package. And so this is just going to continue to be an ongoing mess. And we're going to be stuck in this cycle of, we get out a little bit, then people are dumb or going back in because we're not doing the stuff that we need. But COVID coverage, you're right now does not reflect that.
Tell us about America's favorite mayor.
Oh, Rudy Giuliani has been sued by Dominion Voting Systems for 1.2 or unsubstantiated or disproven claims of election manipulation. The $1.2 trillion lawsuit represents a series of suits filed by the company, and I bet he really wishes Donald Trump would pay him now.
Yeah, because Donald Trump stiffed him for the bill.
Yep. He's going to be sending text messages, going to find himself blocked, not going to get his money.
Who's this calling me? Oh, it's Rudy. Yeah, voicemail.
Voicemail, yeah.
He's calling again. Voicemail. Could somebody, I can't use this thing anyway. I can't do Twitter. Somebody like put this in a wood chipper. Get me a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, the Parler scrape. This is another one, Jennifer, the gift that keeps on giving. A scrape of Parler has identified 6,000 individuals who were inside or immediately outside the Capitol. And somebody using a simple AI program has put all 6,000 of their faces on the internet on a website.
Oh, goodness. That's what you get for making bad choices and then publishing it for the world to see.
Overthrowing the government. Hey-ya!
Yeah. My favorite was the TikTok last with the Louis Vuitton sweater.
You'll have to go back to our show Thursday, Malcontent. It's also on our website. We break up the segments on the shows. You can go to the website for the Insurrection update from last Thursday, and you can hear about Louis Vuitton sweater woman. You have actually a little, I mean, we're laughing about this, but you actually have a little darker story here.
Oh, yeah, this one is maddening. The Department of Justice is worried that the courts are becoming overwhelmed with criminal cases due to the insurrection and is considering letting some minor crimes go uncharged. So,
which goes back to our earlier point about, maybe, we'll take the foot off the gas pedal a little bit. No, you don't. This isn't sidewalk chalk on a friggin' wall outside the East Precinct here.
No, this is people that tried to collectively overthrow a sitting government to install a dictator.
And you know what's interesting, Jennifer, that you make that point is as it's sinking in to the over 150 people now that are facing criminal charges over this and counting, and they didn't get the pardons that they expected. They're all kind of like saying Trump made me do it, which of course is not going to help in the impeachment trial.
No, it's not. But I just think it's going back to, we've talked about the ways in which these insurrectionists were treated via BLM and protesters and whatnot. And I mean, do you really think in this context that these minor crimes would go uncharged if these weren't white men and women charging the Capitol?
We know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to me. I'm not an attorney, right? I'm not an attorney. I'm not a constitutional expert here. I would think if Donald Trump gets impeached and your lawyer says, well, my client went there because this guy who was impeached told him to go, that actually provides some legal defense for you, right? That, how much I was following orders goes. On the other side of the coin, if Donald Trump doesn't get impeached, then they're boned. They can't even make the argument.
So this actually, we talk about this in comparison to Germany. This actually reminds me of a lot of the Nuremberg trials when they're basically letting these smaller, the lower level people go because they're essentially just listening to orders and following orders and going and trying to charge the higher ranking people. And we all know how that turned out. Operation Paperclip, like really nobody served any actual, sustained time. And the majority after a short period of time were let go. And so I think this is very similar to that. You put on this political theater in this show and it looks, from the looks of it, you're not going to have people really paying the consequences that are commensurable for the crime.
Jennifer, I have a question about the Nuremberg trials.
Yes.
Why did they just prosecute people in Nuremberg? I mean, they called it the Nuremberg trials. Weren't there other Nazis elsewhere in Germany?
Oh my. Okay, Ted Cruz, calm down.
One show a night, folks. That was a dig at Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
All right. I've got one more, and then we're going to go over the arrests. We
Okay.
love the arrests.
Yeah.
The Wall Street Journal reported that then, at the time, President Trump considered firing acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen, installing a Trump loyalist, Jeffrey Clark, who would then attempt to overthrow the vote results in Georgia. Clark has gotten very quiet on this issue.
What is his obsession with Georgia? Like, I mean, Georgia in the context of the bigger picture would not have made a difference.
If he overthrew Georgia, he would make me a criminal mastermind.
Apparently, well, you already are. We know this, David. So, I mean, I just don't quite understand the obsession. There has to be some underlying Republican president hasn't lost the state and blah, blah, blah. And he got all, fragile about it. And I don't know, but poor Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't make sense. You would think he would be going, like, if you look at a state with a close vote, there's Arizona, and then, of course, Pennsylvania. And if he got those two, then the outcome, then he's moved the needle.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. What it must be like to live in that world.
Take us to the best part, Jennifer. You go first.
Arrest since Thursday. So our first one, Andrew Erickson of Oklahoma, was arrested on Friday after authorities found Snapchat videos of him breaching the Capitol and snagging a bottle of Corona from one of the Capitol fridges.
Oh, wait a minute. Corona.
Yeah.
Did it have a new bandana tucked into it? Or was it filled with clear liquid?
Oh, God.
National audience, that's a Seattle joke. You'll have to go back to like September.
Yeah. So apparently he felt like he needed a brew to accompany his breaching of the Capitol and then posted it all on Snapchat.
There's your scandal. They're drinking Mexican beer.
Yes. Did it come from a caravan? Like, what even?
They sneak it across the wall. Yeah. All 47 miles that got built for $15 billion. Look it up.
Ugh. Gross.
And Mexico didn't pay for one penny of it.
They did.
And Steve Bannon got pardoned.
Yeah. After what, he took a bunch of the money.
Oh, this looks like a doozy that I got here, Jennifer.
Yep.
Scott Fairlamb, a New Jersey gym owner, was arrested Friday for alleging shoving and punching a Capitol police officer during the riot. What a guy. Identified via tips by his brown camouflage jacket, and was, I guess maybe they should have blocked up Jennifer, and was also seen on video carrying a collapsible baton. Fairlamb held a protest at his Pompton Lakes gym in May in response to COVID restrictions. Why am I not surprised on that punchline?
It's really funny to me that you're wearing a camouflage coat and you still got caught because whatever. But this is another poor instance of somebody turning you in and doing dumb stuff and thinking you weren't going to get any consequences from it. And depending on the crime, you may not at this point. But I was curious to kind of know what the gym protest looked like. What were they protesting for? What kind of gym is this? Is this like a jewelry store kind of thing? Is it like GTL, Gym Tan Laundry? I don't know.
Hello, I am Hans. We are Franz. It's time to get pumped up and goofy. I have done too much steroids at my gym. I'm mad at the government. I'm now going to go overthrow it because my leader has told me to. Yeah. Take us to Ohio, Jennifer.
Oh, boy. Dustin Thompson of Ohio. I know why you're making me do this one because people give you crap all the time on our chat about saying the F word. Dustin Thompson of Ohio was arrested after being found in the secure zone after the insurrection. According to authorities, he stole a coat rack and then texted his friend that we need to, quote, get the fuck out of here with this trophy, end quote.
This is written.
I love to get to push the watch the F-bombs button on you.
It was in a quotation.
I know. This is the guy that was waiting for the Uber pickup, right?
Yeah, with his friend.
With his friend, with the bottle of bourbon.
Yeah.
I What are you boys doing? We're waiting for our Uber. Well, you're in the secure zone. The Uber's not going to come pick you up. You need to go walk in. Well, what's with the coat rack? The dude ran. Then his buddy is friggin' at the hotel waiting for him.
Yeah. And then they were able to use the serial number to identify the coat rack and return it to the Capitol. But
this is how you know it's not Antifa, because if his buddy got back and found him in the hotel room, he would have kicked his ass. Kevin Strong of California was arrested after being identified on video by people where he worked at the FAA. Strong believed he had a Q clearance, and he admitted that in the FBI interview. And Jennifer, what's more amazing about this story, there are people that follow Q that think that he is Q.
Yeah. You were telling me about that a little bit before the show, but I want to know what Q clearance is. Do you have a badge? Where does this come from?
That's a good question. Hey, Malcontents, over in the comments, what's a Q clearance? Does it is it even a thing? It must be a thing. Let us know. All right, you get Florida. It's got to be good because it's Florida.
I wish there were pictures, because some of the pictures of these people would make this so much better. So Bradley Weeks of Florida was arrested after videoing his participation in the insurrection and, of course, posting it on social media. In the video, Weeks can be heard shouting, quote, "We've gotten through and we're going to take back the Capitol. We're taking back our country. This is our 1776. This is where it's going to happen. This is where tyranny will fall. This is where America will rise. Look at this, America. Look at this." Yes, Bradley, look at this, because now you're in jail.
You're not the same. I'm an American. You're a sick asshole.
I mean, you set up the clip perfectly. What else can we say?
The whole 76 thing makes me insane, because that's not technically, that was when the Declaration of Independence was signed, but that's not when the revolution started. And my favorite person, Colorado Representative Lauren Boebert, tweeted, "This is our 1776 on the day of the insurrection."
Yes. They were shooting at each other well before 1776.
Yes, they were. Yeah.
The intolerable acts. I know I'm preaching to the choir, Jennifer. And one day, when this whole COVID fuckery.
What's the F-bomb? This is written. This is written.
This whole COVID nightmare is over. You and I will be able to sit down face to face and have a great history discussion.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking forward to it one day.
Well,
Nolan Cook of Texas was arrested after being identified in a TikTok video. Of course. Make America great again. China's evil. Donald Trump wanted to make TikTok illegal. Check out my TikTok video of me storming the Capitol. Telling a woman I wouldn't want anyone other than you with me to take on the revolution.
Don't put the camera on me. Oh, how romantic.
That's a better language than I want to take you to by. I want to take a liberal to the what palace? I can't even...
And I just imagine this super romantic moment. He's like, I couldn't do this with anybody else but you.
I wish I had a clip for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
That was the best one I had. Take us to Montana.
Oh, so Henry Hank Munzer of Montana was arrested after posting a video on Facebook where he stated, quote, "Here's the video when we stormed the Capitol and got above the guards." It's also been reported that Munzer has at times had moral murals, probably murals and morals, supporting QAnon painted on the wall of his appliance business.
And business must be booming.
Yes, absolutely.
Was he selling appliances made in China?
Probably.
Hallelujah!
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh, Hank.
Okay. This really is my favorite part of the show now. I'm gonna be so disappointed when they're done with the arrests.
No.
It really is so. Patrick Stedman of New Jersey, a self-identified dating and relationship strategist. Their love is in the air. We're overthrowing the government. Love is in the air. Tear gas everywhere. Was arrested after posting video for his 25,000 Twitter followers. Okay, I'm jelly. We only have like 2,000. Detailing his experience. Stedman, of course, a certified... I can't even say this with a straight face. Dating a relationship strategist. He lives with his parents. He encouraged his fans. Okay, wait a minute. Little decorum here. I can't read through this. He encouraged his fans to join him in Washington, D.C. on January 6th, a date he said that would eventually be a national holiday akin to the 4th of July.
I'm crying. I'm laughing.
Oh, you're red.
Hallelujah! Holy shit!
There's so much wrong with all of this.
Do I have to hit the technical difficulties button for us to catch our breath here for a second?
How do you self-identify as a dating and relationship strategist while living with your parents?
All right. Take us to Nebraska.
Brandon Strinka of Nebraska, founder of the Walk Away campaign to convince liberals to leave the Democratic Party, shared video of himself on the Capitol steps during the riot. He later tweeted, quote, "Be embarrassed and hide if you need to, but I was there. It was not Antifa at the Capitol. It was freedom-loving patriots who were desperate to fight for the final hope of our republic. Literally nobody cares about them. Everyone else can denounce them. I will not." So here we have proof. It was not Antifa.
I have a feeling that I don't have a feeling that Breitbart and OWN and Newsmax will not be reporting on Brandon's arrest.
Probably
and to
not.
Nikki's point, there will be in their bubble and it just never happened.
Yes.
Stephanie Hazelton of New Jersey. Hey, I'm from Jersey. Are you from Jersey? I was arrested after video was posted to social media and was identified by New Jersey police, who saw her calling for more men and to just keep pushing. Did you set me up? You did this on... She wrote this tonight. More men and just keep pushing as officers tried to hold back the domestic terrorist. Hazelton is also an anti-vaxxer and not someone who watches our show, who goes by the alias Alia Wolf.
Apparently she's had several run-ins with the New Jersey police. Yeah, you should look up pictures of her. She's interesting.
Yep. Does she need a hookup with Quanon Shaman dude? Interesting.
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think they would be very compatible. Very compatible.
My name for him, Malcontent, is Dances with Traitors, by the way, the guy with the horns. Malcontents, we're getting to the end of our list, and we're 5 minutes overtime, 6 minutes overtime, but this is my favorite part of the show. We have one more, so this is the time. Either mods, admins for questions, go ahead and drop those questions in there, because by the time you get them, we'll be done laughing at this last one. This is all you,
This
Jennifer.
has been a bad time for New Jersey. Marissa Suarez of New Jersey was also arrested for her role in the insurrection. Suarez has been a correctional officer since 2019, but resigned after charges were filed. She was identified on video by her coworkers.
I guess the thin blue line didn't work there for her.
No. But I love that she resigns after, charges were filed. Like, who knows? Maybe she might have gotten to keep her job. I don't know. Yeah. So.
Well, she's very familiar with the penal system, and so we'll be looking potentially at some serious correction soon.
Her and Stephanie Hazelton, aka Ayla Wolf, were arrested on at the same day.
Oh my goodness gracious! And that's it, Jennifer. Thank you so much for pulling that together. And the double and triple and we need more men. Just keep pushing.
You have to look up a picture of her, and it's yeah.
Does she look like Barbarella?
Kind of.
Oh, did I just drop my Gen X roots again? Like the whole, like our Gen Z audience, like who the hell is Barbarella? Go to the pot shop, get some good weed or some edibles, and then watch don't try to watch Barbarella in a lucid state, because you might only get through like 15 minutes of it and go, what the hell is this? So get good and trashy, then watch it.
Yes, I agree.